TV, well, the Edmonton Oilers, they have done the unthinkable. They have traded for an NHL quality goaltender from the Utah Mammoth. Connor Ingram, now a member of the Edmonton Oilers for future considerations, and a large portion of his contract gets eaten up by the Utah Mammoth for the remainder of this year, leaving him fully buriable in the AHL should the Oilers so choose. He will report to the Bakersfield Condors for the time being. The Oilers make a tidy piece of business happen. And of course, while there was a whole bunch of rumors there last week about claiming Connor Ingram on waivers, instead the Oilers choose to go the trade route simply to get the half retention, or close enough to make him buriable. So for the Oilers, it's an impactful trade that obviously will add goaltending depth to a team that has had some maybe goaltending troubles, like we all say, over the past 2 years. Now, that's not to say Connor or Calvin Pickard's not been absolutely phenomenal when asked and what's been asked of him. Stuart Skinner, obviously, I think this is more of a security blanket for Skinner not being able to perform than it is getting rid of Cal Pickard. Pickard's been an absolute gem for us. Stu Skinner, if he doesn't perform, it's going to be a large question for the Oilers fan base, and at least now we have that next man up, as we did with Pickard when Jack Campbell ended up going down to the minors. So there's a ton to be decided here yet for the Edmonton Oilers. Training camp obviously 2 games away from wrapping up, but for an Edmonton Oilers squad that desperately needed to make a goaltending move this offseason, it's complete, it's done. Connor Ingram for future considerations at 1.15 against the cap, so I'm not going to complain again about that, because again, that's a low-cost goaltender that will save the Oilers a bunch of cap if they do indeed at any time move on from Stuart Skinner this year. And of course, if you move on from Calvin Pickard, it's only going to cost you an extra $150K against the cap, which we can swallow up here. So not too big of an issue there at all on either front for the Edmonton Oilers when it comes to the goaltending. So we'll see what the case ends up being, but for right now, Connor Ingram will be a fan favorite down there in Bakersfield, I'll tell you that. Bakersfield loves cheering for guys who are obviously on the comeback trail, and love cheering for guys good, and I know Connor Ingram will do just that. So Ingram, a member of the Edmonton Oilers this morning, and we're a week away from, service over here is terrible. We're a week away from the Battle of Alberta kicking off here in Edmonton up at Rogers Place. So Connor Ingram, whether he factors into that or not, we'll see. But I imagine the Oilers for now will try and ride out Stu and Picks, and then we'll see where Ingram factors in as the season goes along. So that's your news today. If you're just tuning in, Connor Ingram, for future considerations, $800K retained against his cap hit down there in Utah. So that'll allow the Oilers to at least have him at a buriable cap hit, or at least a few dollars, maybe not buriable, but it won't cost the Oilers too much. So stay tuned, friends. We'll have a full breakdown later on tonight here on Dolany TV. But for right now, coffee break's over. Connor Ingram's a member of the Oilers, and it's the big news you've waited all off season for. No, I'm not talking about the Connor McDavid contract. I'm talking about the Edmonton Oilers acquiring an NHL caliber goaltender who has, not the worst numbers, but again, if you're saying Connor Ingram's better than Stuart Skinner, you might want to look at the numbers as well. So we'll stay tuned, see what happens. For right now, though, I am up on out of here.